Gervonta Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
Thank you.
What if Gervonta said, hey, I'll come up to 154. I'll come up to 154 while you talking.
Oh man.
You go to you'll fight Gervonta at 154?
I wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. And everybody in the crew, I mean, with him.
Same question for you. Proud father.
There are different tiers in boxing, and Terence, but Crawford just reminded everyone exactly where he stands. In a recent live interview, Crawford didn't hold back. He didn't just throw a little shade at Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He went all in. What was meant to be a relaxed chat quickly turned into a full-on call-out, with Crawford questioning Tank's recent fights, his overall reputation, and even the legitimacy of his last victory.
Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in like, oh, this guy, you a meat lover.
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Y'all was doing the back and forth shit. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens, or is it like?
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. I don't like.
Just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. No, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's, using what he got to shield him. Like, he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
He definitely got skills. He got power. He got tremendous boxing ability. But like his core personality and his ways, nah.
This is way beyond just fight chatter. Crawford is making a statement. He made it clear. He sees the hype, hears all the noise, and isn't impressed. According to him, Tank has been avoiding real challenges, and now Crawford has stirred up the entire lightweight division. If you thought the tension between these two was over, think again. Let's break it down, what Crawford said, what he implied, and how he said it completely shook the room.
You said going out on 3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on? Yeah, the last fight you want to go out on. Like, who do you have anybody in mind? No, I don't have my name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight. You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight? Yeah. Who is that? I'm not going to tell you.
Is it Lomachenko?
Who?
Somebody asked Lomachenko.
All
right. Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Oh.
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
Yeah.
Steven Espinoza said Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that?
He's not worth it. He's not worth it. He's not even worth it. Adam got to fight somewhere else and prove himself and then, like, you feel me? You know how they got UFC and, like, the underground shit? You got to fight on the underground shit and then get that.
You got to go to the G League.
You have ideas?
The first bombshell came when the host casually brought up Tank's old claim that Crawford needs the money. You could literally see Crawford's expression twist in disbelief. Then he fired back with a truth bomb. We all need the money. I ain't doing it for free. This wasn't just about cash. Crawford was calling out the hypocrisy. If money is the issue, Tank isn't exactly a billionaire either. Both are fighters chasing legacy and a paycheck. So why act like he's above it all? But the shade didn't stop there. When asked how he'd feel if Tank moved up to 154 to fight him, Crawford didn't even flinch. "I wish him the best," he said. That wasn't support, it was basically a funeral notice. Translation: Crawford isn't chasing Tank. If Tank wants that fight, he's going to have to step up fast, because at 154, it's a whole different level. And from Crawford's reaction, he clearly doesn't see Tank as a serious threat.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes, and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-cap.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
The man's undefeated for a reason. He knows his value and isn't wasting his prime chasing fantasy matchups against guys who barely got past Lamont Roach. And here's where it got even hotter. Crawford didn't just throw shade at Tank's resume. He broke down his last fight with surgical precision. When the Roach bout came up, Crawford didn't hold anything back.
Let me ask you this. You can help me out on this. This last fight, Roach and Gervonta. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Man.
I mean, you can't take a knee. That's a knockdown. Because I saw Floyd break his hand, hitting the guy, and took a knee, and they gave Floyd an 8 count. So I'm trying to figure out how Gervonta avoided that. And then I'm trying to figure out how he got his guy come up to the top of the ring and wipe grease out his eyes. They do that now, bud?
I guess that's part of the new, you know what I mean, boxing era.
When you saw that, tell me when you saw this, you saw him take a knee.
Crawford brought up the moment Tank took a knee, something that should have been ruled a knockdown, and questioned how it was allowed to slide. He also highlighted the strange incident when Tank's team came up to the apron mid-fight to wipe grease from his eyes. That's not just odd, it's a clear procedural violation. Crawford made sure everyone watching caught it. But it didn't stop there. He indirectly called out the referee, noting how Steve Willis started the count, then abruptly stopped, almost like someone backstage told him to. This isn't just fight talk anymore. It's starting to sound like corruption.
And then you see he go to the apron and this guy come up to the top of the ring. Well, he's like, hold on, what's going on?
I'm just as confused as you. I said, huh? I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And Steve Willis is a great referee.
He is.
And he started counting, then stopped it. Like, they said, hey, you better stop counting. And oh, wow. Hey, don't do that again.
Crawford said it straight. Without that questionable knockdown, Tank wouldn't have come out on top. He even gave the edge to Lamont Roach. And let's be real, that's not something you usually hear from another elite fighter. But that's exactly what shows how real Crawford is. He's not playing politics or protecting his own image. He's just speaking the truth. According to him, Tank came in overconfident, didn't take Roach seriously, and that arrogance nearly cost him the fight.
Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinski scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Everyone expected Gervonta "Tank" Davis to breeze past Lamont Roach. Another payday, another highlight reel knockout, another flashy post-fight celebration. But Lamont flipped the script from the very first round. He came in with constant pressure, pinpoint accuracy, and zero fear. The supposed easy tune-up turned into one of the toughest nights of Tank's career. And then came the 9th round, the moment that had everyone holding their breath. After a sharp right hand and body combination, Tank went down to a knee. That wasn't a slip or a stumble. That was a tactical collapse, and it looked like a clear knockdown.
How is this not a knockdown? Tank Davis was just exposed, man. What is going on in the sport of boxing, man? KDB Sports and Entertainment.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about it.
And it wasn't just Terence Crawford speaking up. Boxing icons like Eddie Hearn and Oscar de la Hoya took to social media saying the exact same thing. That was a knockdown. No debate.
This is my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision or I think a draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
That night, I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, he should be
The referee letting that moment slide completely shifted the energy of the fight. And honestly, it might have been what kept Tank's undefeated record intact.
Best puncher I ever faced. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Okendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie. He hard.
Here's the twist. Tank and Roach go way back to their amateur days in the same DMV region. So there was history between them, and maybe Tank thought he had Roach all figured out.
And Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Roach always he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about why Roach, because he signed and took the fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
But Crawford made it clear, this isn't amateur boxing. The pros play a whole different game. If Tank thinks he can coast on his reputation, he's in for a rude awakening.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
One of the most talked about moments from the interview came when Crawford called out why the top fighters aren't facing each other. He named Teofimo, Lomachenko, Shakur, Tank, Garcia, and Haney, a dream lineup of super fights just sitting there. And he didn't sugarcoat it. He called it straight up politics.
I think all of them should fight, you know.
I mean, you got Lopez, Teofimo, you got Lomachenko, you got Shakur, you got Tank, you got Garcia. You got 5 guys. That's a nice little.
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney, yeah. You got 6 guys. Don't nobody want to fight nobody?
I don't know. I think they all should, you know, be fighting each other.
Well, so what we got going on?
Politics.
Bro, if Shakur and Haney and Tank, if all of them leave, if they retire with undefeated records, that's some bullshit. That's some straight up, and you know it too, bud. Ain't no way those guys should have undefeated records. If they're out in their prime and they damn near in the same, no, ain't no way.
To Crawford, if these top fighters all retire undefeated without facing each other, it would be the biggest stain on this generation of boxing. His point, if you're at the top, you should be fighting the best. He even said, I ain't gonna be the only one walking around with a loss. That's a grown-up answer, someone who values competition over image. So if Tank is dodging fights just to protect his zero, Crawford is already ahead, both in skill and mindset. And it's not just about one fight. Crawford also dropped subtle digs, showing deeper skepticism. When asked about Ryan Garcia versus Tank and the rehydration clause, he explained it perfectly. Tank was probably within his rights, but the clause clearly affected Ryan's performance.
Ryan Garcia and Tank, they talk about they might fight again, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot made about this rehydration clause. You don't have that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think you have this in this one. So theoretically, he's supposed to come in at 168. Night of the fight, he might be 180, 185. You cool with that? I had sat down with Oscar, and Oscar said he think the rehydration clause had a lot to do with why Ryan didn't defeat Gervonta. What do you think?
I think 2 things. I'm gonna say 3 things. I think Ryan had an injury already previous in training. I think the way it did have an effect on him, because when you see him with Devin, he was totally different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Fighters.
Then Crawford dropped a deeper observation. He pointed out how some fighters weigh in at 130, but rehydrate all the way up to 165. He didn't call Tank out directly, but everyone knew who he meant. Crawford's making a bigger point. Modern boxing has too many loopholes and too many ways to manipulate the system, and Tank might be a prime example of that. Beyond just Tank, Crawford highlighted an even bigger problem. The entire lightweight division is overcrowded and clogged.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
Nah, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at. All right.
There are so many elite fighters, but so few real matchups. Everyone's moving strategically, playing the long game. Meanwhile, the fans are left hungry. Crawford mentioned Saudi Arabia, the massive purses, and how money could finally get some of these top fighters to face each other. He's ready to travel, take risks, and make history. But the question is, will Tank match that energy?
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Because while Bud's out here calling for real fights, Tank's stuck chasing exhibition hype, social media drama, and questionable wins. The difference is clear. And then Crawford dropped the line that really landed. They all know each other. It might sound harmless at first, but when you think about it, there's a lot behind that statement.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
I
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. That shit win in boxing.
Crawford is highlighting that the top fighters, Tank, Ryan, Devin, Shakur, they've all been in the same circles since their amateur days. They know each other's styles, strengths, and weaknesses. So the question is, why aren't they actually facing off in the ring?
So they know each other so.
Yeah, they all know each other so well. Shakur, Tank, Ryan, Devin, they all know each other.
So is it hard to fight somebody you know?
No, I'm just saying they all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they know, how to fight each other, how to beat each other and things like that because they didn't fought each other so many times.
What do you think about the Devin Haney and the Ryan Garcia?
Maybe it's because they know too much. Maybe Tank knows who can beat him, and that's why he's playing it safe. But Crawford? He's ready for anyone, anytime, anywhere. This interview wasn't just a jab at Gervonta Davis. It was a wake-up call for the entire sport. Crawford reminded everyone what a true champion looks like. He's not ducking. He's not dodging. He's not sugarcoating wins with PR. He wants the best, the toughest, and he wants it now.
Going up those weight classes to face him, how do you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because, they're smaller, they're not moving like that. This guy is great at what he do. He got. And another thing, bro, I don't be wanting to. How these guys is. Then he get hurt against
Who? There you talking about
Gamboa. Talking about Gamboa.
No, he got clipped by
Gamboa.
Gamboa, right? Right? What the fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year? These years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now, that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh, I'm always.
No detail. Open up.
And that guy that's a part of it, he been caught before. He went to jail for it.
Talking about Victor Conti.
He went to jail, right?
Victor Conti?
Yeah. And he the owner of the snack shit, right? And he went to jail for it. Now it's like, you see Earl, I don't want to throw him out of the bus, but you see Earl said some things like that, like about the people using steroids, but he don't want to say no names, but come on, bro.
Tank, if you're listening, the pressure's on. The world's watching, and Crawford just put your name in bold red letters. You've been called out, If you're tired of the fluff fights and want to see Tank finally step into the ring with a real contender like Crawford, smash that like button now. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who takes it if these two clash, Crawford or Tank? And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're breaking down every jab, every scandal, and every headline in this wild world of boxing. I'll catch you in the next one.